Welcome to our homeschool virtual review. Meet Liam and Emil. They are fun-loving, energetic fraternal twins who enjoy learning, who are very active and very competitive. Here are just a few examples of what they've been up to for homeschool. This is our current homeschool schedule. You'll notice that it is being tweaked from time to time, however, it does the job. The kids have homeschool-related activities 7 days a week. Every morning we start with a French activity, and that may be a Netflix movie or a YouTube video where they can practice vocabulary as well as work on their listening skills. There's reading every day. There's also some type of writing assignment 6 days a week, and on the 7th day there is an activity. They do have a book report every Monday and a test on Friday. There's math 7 days a week as well, and on Friday there's a test. The other subjects are 2 days a week. Those are subjects like health, science, social studies. We also do have a separate time set aside for spelling, as well as art, PE, and music. The workbooks we primarily use for English include the Complete Curriculum Grade 2 book by Harcourt Family Learning, the Grade 3 Brain Quest workbook, and for spelling, we use the DK workbook 3rd grade. Let's take a look at samples of their work. I'll always start with Liam first and then move over to Emil. We have utilized the activities in these workbooks. However, to challenge the kids more, I've given them additional words for spelling practice, and these words come from science class material as well as other words that they have encountered during their daily reading practice. Liam,
Yes.
spell the word anatomy.
ANATOMY.
Correct. Emil, spell the word homeostasis.
HOMEOSTASIS.
Correct. Liam, spell the word impatient.
IMPATIENT.
Correct. Emil, your word. Incredible.
INCREDIBLE.
Correct. Liam, spell the word Colorado.
COLORADO.
Correct. Emil, spell the word multiplication.
MULTIPLICATION.
Correct. Liam, spell the word intestine.
INTES. TINE.
Correct. Emil, last word. Your word is stomach.
STOMACH.
Correct. Very good.
That was an easy one.
The twins read together. This semester they completed all 8 chapter books in the Big Nate series. They've also read several of the Big Nate comic books, as well as starting the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. They're currently still reading Dog Days, and they've started reading Charlotte's Web.
When I showed up, I realized none of the good swimmers were there. It was only the kids who had never won a ribbon before. At first, I was pretty happy because I thought I might actually win something for once. I still didn't do well, though. My event was that 100-meter freestyle, and I got so pooped that I had to walk the last lap. Wheeze! Splash, sploosh. But the judges didn't disqualify me. And at the end of the night, I got a first place ribbon, which my parents handed to me. In fact, everyone walked away with first place ribbons, even Tommy Lamb, who got turned around in the backstroke and swam the wrong way. Number 1, you are a winner to us. When I got home, I was confused, but then Roger saw me with my first place champion's ribbon, and he gave me the scoop. Roger told me the champions meet is just a scam put on by parents to make their kids feel like winners. I guess parents think they're doing kids a favor by going through all that. But if you ask me, I think it just causes more problems down the road. I remember when I used to be on the T-ball team, and everyone would cheer, even when I struck out. The next year in junior baseball, all my teammates and the other parents would boo me off the field if I dropped a pop fly or something. All I'm saying is if Rowley's parents want to make him feel good about himself, they can't do it now when he's a kid and then walk away. They've got to stick with him all the way through. Good job, Rowley. Really?
For their weekly book reports, they read much shorter stories that are easy to consume, like the 5-minute stories in Pete the Cat. They've done reports on the following: The Stinky Giant, Pig's Egg, Tom Sawyer, Puss in Boots, Cinderella, Monster Appetite, More Ketchup Please, The Bean Machine, The Hackney Martian, The Delfino Detectives, Henry's Pirate Surprise, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Sophia and the Purple Traveling Case, and a few more. Math is the subject that I think both Liam and Emil have grown in the most. We utilize quite a few different workbooks and problem-solving activities to help them with their math. We've completed the 2nd grade problem-solving workbook here, and this goes over lots of word problems to assist them with conquering those types of questions. We started with the Brain Quest grade 3 book and moved on to the grade 4 workbook, specifically the math section. And they also completed a number of books that deal with individual topics like time and money, multiplication and division, and a host of other topics. On Fridays, Liam and Emil really look forward to science experiments. We've used the Super Cool Science Experiments for Kids book, and for their lessons, we've used the DK Science workbooks, 2nd grade and 3rd grade, as well as the lessons in the BrainQuest 3rd grade workbook. YouTube has also been an excellent resource with plenty of videos on science topics. When the weather permits, we also engage in outdoor activities and nature walks so that they can get hands-on experience learning about the world around them. And we've also gone on some field trips.
Subspecies of bees, they'll have they'll change in their temperament, how well they survive in the winter, and how much.
For social studies, we've been using the Pearson My World Social Studies text, which provides lots of detailed information about climate, weather, places in the US as well as other regions. We've found that this goes hand in hand with geography, so we've added that as well. The kids have been learning about the 7 continents, where they're located on the map or a globe. And also they've been doing activities in the 3rd grade geography workbooks by DK Workbooks. Topics include things like how lakes are formed, rivers, different land formations, mountains. What are some of the major cities in the world? How to read a map. What are man-made things versus natural things in our world? We've also learned quite a bit about the different states in the United States, where they're located on the United States map, as well as facts about the states, like when they became a state. For example, the very first state to exist was in Delaware. And what the different states are famous for, or, things like their best flour or what they're known for, like potatoes in Idaho. We've also learned about the different monuments and parks in the United States, as well as our past and present presidents. As part of their social studies learning this semester, Liam and Emil both visited the Benjamin Banneker Historical Park and Museum. This was an awesome field trip. They were able to see many things and learn many things about Benjamin Banneker's life and his many, many accomplishments. They learned about his family, the acres and acres of land that they farmed. Many of the ancient artifacts that they used were still preserved in the museum, and they were also able to see the outdoor area where the cabin that Benjamin Banneker and his family lived in still stands preserved today, as well as remnants from their homestead and farming activities. Art is a time for creativity and exploration, whether it be creating a collage like the one you see here, or painting or drawing. The kids really do have a good time. This collage was done by Liam. It's titled Outside on a Rainy Day. And this one was done by Emil, the giant Subway sandwich. They created these masterpieces by sticking pictures that they cut out from various sources together, and now they have this unique storyline. To improve on sketching and drawing, they've used these books, Kids Draw Anime and I draw because they show step-by-step instructions on how to use shapes to get the result that you're looking for when trying to recreate an image. Starting with simple shapes like squares and triangles, they learn how to put those shapes together piece by piece to eventually draw the desired image. For music this semester, the twins are starting to learn the piano. We're using Music for Piano by Robert Pace and also Finger Builders by Robert Pace, which is an excellent book that assists kids or adults or beginners in learning finger placement and music theory. We're also using Music Theory by Chris Bowman. And so far, the kids are still working on scales, specifically the C major scale. They're also learning how to write notes and how to write their clefs. So they've been practicing how to do that. And I have provided them with detailed information on the C major scale and different types of notes that they should know and how many beats are assigned to those notes. Like, for example, the whole note gets 4 beats, half note gets 2 beats. What's pitch? What's an octave? Are you ready, Liam?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go over some of your music. We're going to start with the grand staff. On the sheet in front of you shows 2 clefs. Can you identify the bass clef? Very good. And then the other one is called what?
Treble clef.
Correct. When you play the C major scale, you use the treble clef. Which hand do you use to play the C major
Right
scale?
hand.
Okay. How many notes are in the C major scale?
8.
Correct. Can you identify the note middle C? Okay. When you play the C major scale, what finger do you use to play middle C?
Right hand.
Yes, which finger?
The thumb.
Correct. Okay. If you were to play the scale 1 octave higher, where would you begin? Which C? Correct. Can you play the scale 1 octave higher? Very good. Again, identify middle C. Can you identify the note E? Okay, but play it with the correct finger. Correct. Can you point to a quarter note? And it gets how many beats?
1.
And what about an eighth note?
This many beats?
Yes. An eighth note gets half of a beat. Okay, Liam. You said you wanted to play something?
Yes.
Go ahead. Good job. Okay, Amel, for your music, we're going to go over the grand staff. So here we have 2 clefs. Which clef is this one?
Treble clef.
Speak up.
Treble clef.
Okay, and this one?
Bass clef.
Excellent. Now, these notes look like the alphabet, right? When you begin, they don't?
They don't.
Well,
It only goes to G and repeats itself.
Yeah, that's true. So it's some of the letters, like the letters in the alphabet. When you start with C, right here, this is middle C, right? How many notes are in the C major scale? How many?
8.
8. So it goes from C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C, right? Can you show me on the piano, middle C? Play it with the correct finger, please. Correct. Okay. Can you show me the note E? E. Try again. E. Okay. Can you play it with the correct finger, please? Okay. Very good. What about the note G? That was F. G. Show me G. That's F again. Place your fingers on the keys. Put your thumb on middle C. Press C, D, E, F, G. So there is G, okay?
I was going to tap there.
Okay, this is G. All right. Then this is H. I'm sorry. A, B, C. I apologize. A, B, and then C. Okay. Let's go over some of the types of notes. Okay? So here we have different types of notes. Like this note here. What type of note is this?
D.
What type?
Whole note.
It's a whole note. How many beats does a whole note get?
4.
4 beats, exactly. This is a whole note and it gets 4 beats. What type of note is this?
Quarter note.
Correct, a quarter note. And it gets how many beats? 1 beat. What type of note is this?
Half note, 2 beats.
2 beats. Exactly. It is a half note and it gets 2 beats. For physical education, the kids get outside and get fresh air. They run around and do aerobic type activities. However, that's only possible when the weather is good. During the winter, we had physical education in the basement and we relied heavily on YouTube, which actually has some really good videos with instructions on how to do excellent exercises. Liam and Emil were very proud of themselves after baking their very first batch of sugar cookies during our Sunday activity time slot. They reminded me, however, that sweets and candies and cookies are not foods that you should eat often because they're unhealthy foods. And that's great because it means they're paying attention in health class. For health, Liam and Emil have been learning more and more about their bodies and what it means to be in homeostasis. This is an excellent book, Human Anatomy for Kids. It is a very kid-friendly book that provides so much detailed information about the body. We've had topics like the human body, your body defense system, how your body moves, making sense, breathing to the beat, let's eat and grow up. It also has very good illustrations. They've been learning about the different organs and where they're located in the body. They've learned about DNA, about the purpose of your skin, how the body fights illness, the muscles and the purpose of your muscles, and how They help your body to move. They've learned about the skeletal system and so much more. During their field trip to the University of Maryland, Liam and Emil were able to learn even more about food, different types of foods, what they're made of, how to identify healthy fruits and vegetables, and quite a few other interesting things. For today's French activity, we're going to do a listening exercise. There are 5 words that I want you to listen for and identify. The 5 words are les chaussures, which is shoes, les canards, ducks, la maison, house, une boîte, box, and the last one is attendez, wait. Okay? Press the clip. When you hear the word, I want you to identify it.
C'est leur faute, c'est eux qu'il faut mettre à la porte.
Comment allons-nous restaurer l'honneur de la famille Willoughby si nous ne pouvons plus vivre dans notre maison de famille? Il faut qu'on se débarrasse de ça. Et...
Non, Tim!
Le calvaire est terminé. Retournons dans notre foyer. Mais comment? C'est faux!
Elle a besoin d'un endroit où vivre. Si nous, on ne l'aide pas, on n'est pas mieux que nos parents qui ne font que souiller le nom des Willoughby.
Ça, c'est vrai. Ils l'ont tellement souillé.
Je sais où on peut trouver la maison du
La
bonheur.
Mason House.
Very
La
good.
Mason House.
Je n'y suis jamais allé.
Ça ne doit pas être facile de quitter son chez-soi pour la première fois. Mais bon, moi j'avais 6 jours quand je l'ai quitté. En gros, mes parents m'ont léché les yeux pour les ouvrir, et après, adieu. Il va s'en sortir. Peut-être.
Jane! Où est-ce qu'on va, là?
Au bout de l'arc-en-ciel.
L'arc-en-ciel a un bout? Et c'est loin, ça?
Mais non. N'est-ce pas, l'orpheline?
Attendez, attendez, attendez,
Oui.
attendez, 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 inversez. Il va en aller.
Pardon, laissez passer. Oui, merci.
Jane, il y a des gens, des gens.
C'est parti.
Attendez-moi.
Génial. Par ici.
J'ai du pipi sur mes chaussures. On
Shoes.
arrive bientôt.
On y est presque.
Je crois que par ici, c'est les quartiers louches. Ah! Autodidacte.
Regardez ça. N'est-ce pas merveilleux? La maison du bonheur.
Habituellement, dans les histoires à l'ancienne, on trouve un trésor au pied de l'arc-en-ciel. Pas cette fois.